Frida, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us to our fabulous Out of Office series.
I'm excited to be here.
I want to talk London first before we go back to Sweden. What do you love about London?
What I love about London? Well, I come from a very small city. We can talk about Sweden in a bit. So I think living in such an amazing big city with so many cultures and restaurants and shops, and there's so much to do here, and I love that.
Yeah. Is it very, very different culturally to Sweden?
It's like night and day.
Really?
Well, I also come from a very, very small town. Where everything is it's more simple, basic, and I grew up with being just happy with the small things. So obviously I lived in New York and Paris as well, and now living in London, it was always a big adjustment moving to a big city, but also more opportunities, of course.
So tell me about the living around. So London, New York, Paris, this was through modelling.
Yes.
How was that? What did you love? What did you hate?
Well,
dislike?
I was so little. I was 15 when I started working in Paris.
Oh,
so
that's
of course,
young.
going on my own to Paris, packing a suitcase and all of a sudden being, introduced to the fashion world was, pretty scary.
Yeah.
But also taught me so much. Became independent very early.
Yeah.
Taught me resilience, and I became curious about the world. So I traveled around all over the world when I was really young.
But diving into the fashion world as a teenager, how was that? That's quite daunting and scary.
It is daunting and scary. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think that my upbringing was very simple, and I was very grounded, and I kind of carried that throughout my life. So, and it really taught me so much about myself, modeling as well, and being in that world. But you have to be aware, because there are a lot of people out there that might not, be maybe the nicest to you, and there's a lot about body image and things like that. So you have to be strong. And it was a journey, but I don't regret a minute of it.
Yeah.
I'm very grateful that I had that opportunity to leave my little hometown and see the world. Yeah.
So when did you stop that part of your life, the modelling?
I stopped modeling in my early 20s.
Okay.
And then I actually did a little bit a few years ago again. But I stopped in my early 20s, and I got married, my first marriage. And I had children in my early 20s. So
Really
very young. Yeah.
And so that was obviously a big part of your life. And I imagine self-care, upkeep is a huge part of it. But there's also a wellness side of it and a perhaps negligent side of taking care of yourself. I don't know, I have this connotation of the modelling industry to be a little bit disruptive to health.
It is, 100%. And I just remembered, obviously, growing up again in Sweden, where, food was, bringing family together, and we ate, and we had, gravy and potatoes and buttered toast, and it was just how we ate. And then all of a sudden you're thrown into the modeling world, and people poke around salads, and it's all boring. So that was also a big adjustment for me, and trying to figure that out. And I thought I had it figured out, but it's only now when I look back, there's so much, poor girls, it's so much, and even now, as we know, social media, all the influence people get, it's unhealthy, and I think sadly, people get it really wrong, and then they waste beautiful years of their lives when you can actually just enjoy food and do things, in a more gentle way, and be nice to yourself.
I think so. Even social media is such a big part in damaging people's perceptions of healthy living. Was that a big part of your move into food and wellness?
It was. I think for me, because I got so many things kind of wrong when I was younger about wellness. And then it was more about vanity when I was younger. It's not about vanity anymore. Of course, it's nice to, feel strong and look strong, but, I'm in my 40s now. For me, it's about staying strong, energized, and feeling alive. And it's more about mental clarity for me now. And that is kind of also what I try to teach my children. It's kind of, it's so important to stay in tune with what you eat and how you live, and staying active and things like that. And I never tell my kids don't eat that, don't do that. I would never do that. I say, try this instead, or implement this in your life that will make you feel better or have more energy.
I love your cooking videos.
Oh,
they're fantastic. And it's beautifully set out. It makes it look so simple, and they're lovely. And actually, they are relatively simple recipes to follow. What do you love cooking at home or for your kids or as a family?
Mediterranean food. Simple Mediterranean food. Well, Jamie, my husband, he loves the same kind of food all the time. So grilled sea bass, chili garlic prawns that I just whip together very quickly with lots of vegetables. I think just creating things quickly and in a simple way tastes beautifully, because you don't have to overcomplicate things.
What does a cheat meal look like? Does it exist?
A
cheat meal?
Yeah, but that's a Five Guys burger.
Oh, I love it. It's the best cheat meal.
It's so good.
Do you do the milkshake?
Of course.
Okay, good. That's good to know. Where are your favourite spots to get produce in London?
Local farmers market.
Okay.
So we have 2 around where I live on the weekend. And then if I want to buy something a little bit more special, I go to Notting Hill Fish Shop, which I'm sure you know.
Yeah.
But in general, I like the local farmers market for sure.
I want to talk about FROOD, which is launching this month.
Yeah.
Very exciting. Tell me more about it. Where did the idea come from? The name, all of it?
The name happened on a school run. I was in the car and I had gone through lots of different names at that point. And then I thought, I didn't want to call it Frida. I didn't want to use my name. And then I thought, how can I kind of mix Frida and food? And then FROOD.
FROOD, there you go.
It's one of those silly things, and it's stuck.
Okay.
And it's fun, and it's a bit, a bit quirky. Yeah. So I stayed with it, and it feels right. The idea about FROOD, so it's funny. So I had one conversation with one mom at a kids' party, and she had been following my recipes for a while at that point, and she came up, and we just had a conversation for like 2 minutes, and she said, Frida, I have 3 kids, and I work full time. I don't have time to cook. Please, can you come up with a solution? So that planted a seed. A few months later, woke up in the middle of the night, and I thought, how can I turn my favorite recipes that I cook for myself and for my family into physical products? So that's kind of where that was the birth of FROOD, basically.
So it's ready-made meals?
So I want to redefine convenience foods.
Okay.
So these are blends. I have a savory range and a sweet range. The savory range you can add into any protein you like. So if you're vegan, you can use it with Beyond Meat. If you want to have beef or lamb or chicken, you can add the blend into that as well. And it's you cut out the prep. So you just add this blend into your chosen mince. You cook it, you whip up these beautiful meals in under 20 minutes, 15 minutes or so, and they're really tasty. So I tried to really stay, obviously, no UPFs whatsoever, high fiber, and they're full of flavor. And I think I just want to simplify cooking for busy individuals and families.
That's right up my street. I love the idea of that. Your food is inspired by travel.
Absolutely.
Where do you get your inspiration? Any particular destinations, and what country for you has the best cuisine?
Well, not one particular country. I think I always go back to a lot, my Swedish heritage for sure, but because I traveled at such a young age all over the world, I kind of just fused it all together. So I wouldn't say I have one particular cuisine that I like. I just kind of I just mix. I've been mixing my whole life, blending flavors. Yeah. So
it's a bit of everywhere.
Yes.
Exercise and fitness is quite a big part of your daily life. How do you integrate that? How do you do that with your kids as well? And you and Jamie are pretty competitive as well. How does that work together?
So I work out a lot at home. I work from home, and it's easy then if you have 20, 25 minutes in between a meeting or school runs, whatever it is, to just have like a really, really good, effective routine. Yeah. So I would say 80% of my workouts are in my kitchen.
Okay.
Yeah, in my kitchen. That's where it all happens, all the magic happens. And then I try to go to Pilates a few times a week as well, or maybe a little boxing session with my husband.
Nice.
Yeah.
All that anger.
Uppercut him.
Yeah.
But no, and I also think that's another thing. I always say this, monkey see, monkey do. So when I train at home, my kids see me being so active. They are very much into training as well. So I think, yes, it's beautiful to go to a gym. Don't get me wrong, I love gyms as well. But they are, to bring them into my healthy lifestyle, how I eat and I train and stay on top of all of those things, has rubbed off on them.
That's so important, actually. It's just starting from the top. So how you're eating, how often you're eating, what you're eating, how you're exercising and living, they're just going to copy as well. It's such an important part of it.
Yeah.
How do you balance? Because actually 5 children's a lot.
Yeah.
How do you balance?
It's quite a lot.
Do you balance?
So I do. I think, actually now, obviously having my brand, which is super exciting, I can juggle things, and even now that has kind of affected also how I handle my business, because when you're a mom of 5, I mean, you have 3, right? There's never a dull day. There's always something happen. You always have to be like ready to take on a new drama, or could be great things as well. Yeah. So I think I've just created kind of an inner calm. I handle situations really well. Don't want to jinx this now. But I think the more kids I've had, the calmer I've become. It sounds a bit strange, but yeah, I don't stress out about small little things. It's a big picture now that counts.
That makes sense. No, that makes a lot of sense. I think the more I've had, the less aggravated I get, actually.
Yeah.
So I'm much calmer because they'll resolve it.
And also, I had my last one in my 40s, which is also slightly different. So of course, in my 20s, when I had my first kids, I tried to do everything right and tried to figure everything out. But now, when I'm in my 40s, my youngest is 4, my oldest is 20. I'm a completely different mom in my 40s.
Very different.
Much more chilled.
What does downtime look like for you?
Meditation.
Okay.
Yeah. So I started meditating not long ago. I was one of those people who thought, I can't meditate, it's not for me, I'm not a meditator. That's, for certain kind of people. It's for everyone. I really, really believe so. So I started about 18 months ago, and I went to a summit with Deepak Chopra in Spain a year and a bit ago as well. And then I went to meditation classes. And I think those few minutes, even if it's only 10, I try to do 20 a day. It's hard sometimes, when you're busy. But even 10, 15 minutes a day really centers me, and that deep breathing, and it just, it has shaped me so much the past 18 months.
That's great discipline.
I don't even know, I try not to be...
To factor in the time and to make sure you do it.
But it's almost like I really enjoy those minutes now. I appreciate those as much as having, a cup of coffee or going for a walk or going to the gym. Meditation for me is one of my highlights of the day. That's
so important. That self-care that you impose on yourself because it's pleasurable, it's fantastic. It's lovely to see that. I love to know what's in the bag of busy women. Will you indulge me?
I will. Of course I will. Okay. Green juice.
Wow.
I have 2 of these a day. Homemade green juice.
And what's inside it?
Ginger, turmeric, spinach, broccoli, cucumber, apple, fennel, celery, you name it, everything.
Fabulous.
Drink your rainbow, eat your rainbow, right?
I love it.
Nuts.
Great.
Always nuts. Yep. Then I actually have, I have my workout clothes.
I love it. It's the fanciest gym bag I've ever seen.
With my grippy socks
Great.
In case I can
socks
fit in.
Seems to be a common theme, actually.
Yeah, but you have to have these special socks, otherwise you slide around, right?
Very good.
My notebook, which is quite funny because my son, I think half of the notes in here are little doodles.
Nice.
So even when I have a phone call and he comes up, a Zoom call or whatever, he comes up and he starts scribbling all over my notes. But I love this, so cute.
Very sweet.
And what else? Oh, I have a bit of makeup too. Oh yes, I have some makeup, some lip gloss.
Nice.
And, those kind of things.
Essentials.
And sunglasses. Yeah. I think that's my handbag. Oh, apple.
Very good. That's a very, very
one apple
wholesome,
a day. Keep
healthy
the doctor
bag.
away. I know.
I love it. It's brilliant.
I know.
Frida, I'm so inspired. Daily meditation, 2 juices, almonds in your bag, and Pilates wear.
And 5 guys sometimes.
Okay, good. Thank God for that.
It's all about a balance. Yes.
Thank God.
We have to be, it's all about finding the balance.
Well, I'm all over FROOD because if it actually brings some healthy wellness into my life, then I'm in.
Yeah.
Quickfire round.
Okay.
Is there a book that has influenced how you think or had a particular impact on you?
Yes. The Fountainhead.
Okay.
Amazing. The Fountainhead by Ayn Rand. Amazing. It's
Brilliant.
written quite a long time ago. It teaches you to stay in tune with what you want for yourself and not to listen too much to the outside noise.
Nice. Very important.
Great book.
The best TV show or film that you've seen this past year?
It's all cheesy, shall I tell you?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Go on.
The Summer I Turned Pretty.
I hear it's amazing. I still haven't seen
Yeah,
it.
it sounds like it's a teenage show. Actually, my husband came home from a golf run and said, we should watch The Summer I Turned Pretty.
Okay.
I said, Jamie, come on, that's for teenagers. Come on.
But it's
anyway,
good?
he went out one night and I started watching myself, binged.
Okay.
And many of my friends who are also in their 40s have watched it.
Okay.
It's all about choosing between Conrad and Jeremiah.
Got it.
It's a good one. And at the moment I'm watching It's All Her Fault, which is a bit serious, but
Okay, fine.
it's okay.
Good. Is there an icon, a cultural icon, past or present, that you want to have dinner with?
100%. Martha Stewart.
Nice.
I have to meet her. Yes, I want to. I would be a bit scared, but I would love to have her advice and her, just see how she's.
I love her whole story. It started off as very wholesome, and then I think she has a kind of
she had that
naughty edge, right?
Yeah.
The first thing you do to start your day?
Meditate.
Meditate, quite right.
Meditate.
A recent win, big or small, that made you happy?
My kids, when they achieve their goals, it's worth
Very
gold.
nice. Is there something that you've learned this past year? Something new?
Running a business. Running a business and creating, a team that I love working with, and I've tried to encounter every new situation with curiosity this year, and it's been so much fun.
It's a big learning experience, that's for sure. If you could collaborate with anyone, who would it be?
Some amazing chefs, and wellness leaders in general, female founders.
Your favorite dish to cook at home for date night?
Chili garlic prawns and the grilled sea bass.
Nice.
For my husband. Then he's happy.
A language you'd love to learn?
Italian.
Italiano.
Yeah.
And desert island, what would be your top 3? Book, luxury item?
Okay,
Anything?
so I think jazz music.
Okay.
Love jazz. I play jazz music 90% of the time.
Yeah.
Luxury item. Oh, and the Four Agreements. I love that book. It's very, very good. And luxury item. Well, it would be great to bring some hydrating masks, obviously.
Fair enough.
But I think a really luxurious, nice pillow, so I can have a good sleep.
Fair
Pillows
enough.
are
Good.
really important.
I like it.
Yeah.
Frida, thank you so much.
Thank you for
I'm
having
very,
me.
very inspired with all the wellness. I'm going to hopefully absorb some of this. So huge thanks to
I
you.
can't wait to share it with you. Thank you.